Where she at? I just seen one on one. I seen what y'all just got 20 mil in 7 months. So we finna see. We finna see what she got going on, bro. Cause you look like she up to some bullshit tonight. Bullshit tonight, bro. But we lit, shit. Shit. Twitch, we lit. We lit, we lit, we lit. Let's get it. Mom realizes police discovered her horrifying secret. Horrifying secret. All right, so I haven't mom. Okay, mom. Bro, don't tell me you didn't took your son or your child's life. Got him hiding in the house. Please tell me that's not. That's what I'm just guessing, bro. I know she on some bullshit.
You need to go to medical. You want me to take him to medical? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. No, no, no.
The footage you just saw was taken at the exact moment this woman realized that the police finally knew what happened to her missing 5-year-old daughter. Her life is about to change forever. The co-worker riding in the car with her had no way of knowing just how desperate Brianna had become, and what she did next would likely change his life as well.
No, 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 no. Fuck.
The majority of the following footage has never been seen before. Police became involved in the situation after 27-year-old Brianna Shantae Williams made this 911 call around 7 a.m. on November 6, 2019.
What's going on?
I do not know where my daughter is.
Did she run away?
No,
Where was she last seen?
she was here with me.
What was she wearing?
A purple shirt and like pink pajamas.
You too calm for me. You too calm for me. You call the police and you talking about you don't know where your daughter. Oh, 911. I can't find my like type shit. You know, like she over here. No, she got a little pink pajamas, like a t-shirt. Nah, bitch.
Like a t-shirt. She was on.
The pants were pink?
Say again?
Okay, just stay on the line with me. Just, do you know where she could have gone?
No.
Have you checked?
Like she just came home. I just picked her up on Halloween night. She was with my mom in Alabama.
Okay, have you checked the house?
Yes.
Okay. Did she have a favorite hiding spot in the house? Like under
No.
the bed?
I checked on her there.
Okay, let's check again. Go to her bedroom. Let's check her closet. Nobody else in the house has seen her?
No, it's just me and her.
All right, are you in her room? Okay. Check under her bed again.
This entire interaction was odd, but thankfully, officers soon arrived on scene and were able to begin trying to piece together what exactly was going on.
You call, ma'am? All right. Okay, is this your address here? Okay, hey, tell us what happened.
I'm looking at this morning. It started getting away.
Bro. This is like a D- minus effort right now, acting wise, bro. Come on, officer. What is it? Come on, Williams. Come on, Navy, bro. Look what you got representing y'all, bro. Bro, if you did something to your daughter, bro, ooh, I'm about to be hot. Oof.
She wasn't in her room.
Have you had any problems with anybody? Okay. Anything unusual? Okay. Do you live by yourself?
She's there.
Okay. The father of the child. He's not in her life.
Hold on. This ain't making sense. Y'all home together. You ain't hear no door. Like this ain't adding up to me. This ain't making no sense because you gonna, bro, I'm on high alert. If I hear the door open and it's just me and my son here, bro, I'm running out. I'm like, hey, what the hell going on? Like type shit, you know? This ain't adding up.
Okay. I'm sorry, father of the child? He's not.
He's in Alabama.
He's here?
Alabama?
He's in Alabama. Okay, so any problems with anyone else as far as any custody dispute between you and him? No? Okay. Alright.
Ain't one tear in sight.
Has she done
It's
this
just
before
wild.
as far as anything like try to leave or get out or mess with locks or anything like that? Okay. Show me which door was locked real quick. Or unlocked. Was it the back door? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you need to clean up your backyard, bro.
I started moving stuff. Well, I signed this back in June, but the place that kept getting broken. So I didn't want to move there, but I was like, they can't put me in their rest.
Okay, when did you actually move in? In June? Or?
No, like a week ago, a few days ago.
Damn.
Okay.
You just got on the block.
Today's Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay. Did you move in, let's say, over the weekend?
Yeah.
All right.
You should know exactly what date you just moved into your house.
Brianna and Taylor had only moved in 3 days ago on November 3rd.
All right.
Apparently, since June, Brianna had been paying rent on 2 properties, this house and an apartment across town. Police would get into the details of why she would want to do this later, because as you can see, she seemed more interested in her phone.
So you said she does not go to school?
She does not go to school.
And we last saw her at midnight?
When she put her to bed. Who normally takes care of her when you're not available?
Well, I'm not. She's with my mom.
Where's your mom at?
In Alabama.
Well, I'm just saying, because she's not in school, like daycare-wise. Where she go? Or,
Oh, she was with my mom. I just picked her up on Halloween.
okay.
Halloween was actually a week ago, so she didn't exactly just pick her up.
Grandma.
What?
What's dad's name?
Amari's Tate.
Officers managed to get Brianna off her phone long enough.
But don't you go you on duty and shit? Don't y'all gotta go in for work and shit or whatever? So where your daughter be at? If you just picked her up on Halloween, what this ain't making
For her to
sense,
share
bro.
contact details for Taylor's
story is
grandmother
your
and
story
biological
already
father.
got hold
Both
of it.
Taylor's grandmother and biological father would need to be followed up with.
Yeah,
But
we
right
need to talk
now,
to somebody.
The focus was kept local. Law enforcement from all over the city started to arrive on Ivy Street as several of the first responders searched the house. While they didn't find any obvious evidence, they definitely noticed a few things out of place.
Kind of odd with her.
There's more than one. She got that
Right. There's more than one gun out. But the guns were out? Yes. Well, you see them right now. There's guns
Damn.
out. Okay.
That Call of Duty
Shotgun
shit.
out, it's pistol out, and then there's an empty holster on the kitchen area.
Yeah, like why you got all that shit? You got a kid running
A
around.
box of crackers were found in one of the bedrooms. Her jacket and backpack were in the kitchen, next to a pack of unopened air fresheners. Besides this, though, there was nothing. No toys, no drawings, no family photos. The
Damn.
police likely had to wonder if this was just a reflection of the recent move, or possibly something more sinister.
Nah. Women, for as soon as they get up in there, they decorating, bro. They decorating family photos, all that shit throughout the house. This shit would have been already decorated within this ain't adding
We're
up.
looking close.
And she says she paying. She got a different spot too. She paying rent on.
Closely at Taylor's bed, police noticed a reddish-brown substance on the side of the plastic headboard. A similar stain was found on the bedroom door. Fearing it could be blood, they did a quick field test called hemodent, which tests for the presence of mammal blood. The result was negative, but the officers would keep the stain in mind as the investigation continued. Investigators looked through every inch of the house, but didn't find the little girl. Besides being unlocked, the back door showed no signs of forced entry or other damage. Back outside with
Damn,
Brianna,
you
the
bought that
officers thought
property
of
looking
another
like
place
that?
to search.
Is this your vehicle? Okay. Can you open it up for me? Does she have a favorite toy or anything like that she normally takes with her? Mr. Bear?
There were more signs of the little girl in the car than inside the house, including a pink unicorn in the back seat. Something about the car, though, made the officer pause.
Smell something.
For some reason, the officer felt the need to give the car a sniff test. When looking inside, police also found some cleaning products and a pair of women's sneakers covered in plant matter. They also might have noticed that while the body of the car was cluttered, the trunk was almost perfectly tidy. Unfortunately, the police wouldn't know the significance of this until a more in-depth search of the car
Must
was
have had the
conducted.
daughter in the
For
trunk.
now, it was
Clean
as
that
if
shit
Taylor
out
had simply
properly.
vanished into thin air.
Oh,
Nah,
yeah,
she
you gotta
didn't
look
just
out for
vanish.
Taylor
The mom
Rose
got do.
Williams.
The mom did
Brown
something.
foxtrot, approximately 3 foot in height, 50 pounds. She was wearing
Come
a
on,
pink
man.
and purple T-shirt.
Determined to find Taylor, the police launched a neighborhood-wide search effort. Ivy Street, as well as
Bro,
multiple
this shit
adjacent
already about to
roads,
get me
were
emotional.
taped
This shit about
off.
to get me.
K-9
This about
units
to
were
piss me
deployed
off,
to
man.
track Taylor's scent, but were unsuccessful. Even a helicopter was used
But
to
I ain't-
canvass the area. With
I
an
ain't gonna get
equally
emotional yet. I
frustrating
can't
lack
jump
of
to conclusion
results.
yet.
An Amber Alert was sent out, asking people to be on the lookout for Taylor.
No,
Unfortunately,
Taylor,
the first
man.
attempt used the wrong name, claiming that
She
the
better
missing
be all
child
right,
was
bro.
named Brianna.
She better
This was
be all right.
corrected in a subsequent alert.
This is a picture of the young lady.
You remember seeing a little girl here?
Never seen.
Never seen.
I
Have you seen
saw
her?
him the other day, but I never seen a kid. I've
Never saw a
seen
kid.
a little girl with them.
Huh.
All trash pickup was halted for the neighborhood. Any refuse that had already been
hell?
removed was recovered from the trucks and spread out for police to comb through. This would eventually provide the most promising lead, but it was just going to take time and a strong stomach to find it. It would take quite a while for officers to find anything of substance as they canvassed the neighborhood, though. So for the time being, the investigation proceeded in other directions, too. Brianna was brought in for an interview, and police hoped she could give them a better idea of how her 5-year-old daughter managed to apparently drop off the face of the earth.
Exactly.
The following footage has been analyzed by a qualified team, including a licensed professional counselor, a former detective, licensed polygraph examiner, and former hostage negotiation commander and instructor, and a certified crime scene investigator, certified instructor for the State of Florida Commission on Criminal Justice Standards, and a graduate in crime scene investigations for violent crimes.
Damn. They got the big dogs out, huh? We gotta see what's going on
Almost
with you,
immediately, it
Miss
looks like she
Williams.
gets comfortable, as if she's ready for a nap. Her daughter has been missing for hours, yet she doesn't appear panicked.
Exactly.
Frequently, when a child is missing, a lot of officers' efforts have to go towards calming a parent
Exactly.
down. But clearly that wasn't the case here.
I'd have been,
This was just the
I'd have been up in
beginning
there.
of Brianna's strange behavior.
Like,
After almost 45
yeah,
minutes,
she chilling,
detectives
bro.
arrived to
She
speak with
chilling.
Brianna, disrupting
You're
her
sick.
apparently peaceful slumber.
If you had nothing to do with you,
Back again. You
man, I
alright?
can't stand
Need
people,
anything?
bro.
Water or anything? You okay? You need to go to the restroom or anything? You good? You sure? Alright.
I'm sorry we had to meet under these stressful circumstances.
That you
I'm
can't
gonna-
talk?
You know, Officer Whitaker's with our missing persons unit, right?
Your damn 5-year-old missing. You can't. Right,
Based on the
man.
investigation, the age of your child, and everything going on, they call. Also a detective, but I'm assigned to our cold case unit, which also has. I'm part of the CART team, which is the Child Abduction Response Team. So, and I don't want
Oh,
to stress
shit,
you
we
out
need
on
to kind of
that.
move out the
Listen
way of
to
her
me.
little cam.
Look,
Come on, what are y'all in the way?
I just want to explain what I do.
Ooh, that go
all
to
right,
the left
and
side.
what resources, okay? I mean, Missing Persons is doing an outstanding job. We can extend a little bit more than that, okay? And we have a
Damn,
little
where
bit
this
more
shit
specialty
at?
on
Oh,
that.
here we go.
So that's how I get involved, because we don't know what happened, okay? We don't know what's going on. We don't know after she left out of the house what happened to her. So this could be a criminal investigation. You understand what I'm saying, hon? Look at me. Listen to me, okay? We're doing everything we can. We got everybody out there looking for her, okay? We've got everything going, but I want to make sure we cover everything.
As detectives continued to speak with Brianna, officers worked relentlessly and spoke with the residents in the vicinity.
Something going wrong?
She's missing. The little girl supposed that lives here is missing. You remember seeing a little girl here?
Never seen.
Never seen. You're the second person that said
Man,
that.
them glasses, you done seen something.
How long
I'm just
they
playing.
been
I'll be
there?
wearing glasses too.
Just to estimate a week, month.
I've seen her coming and going. I've never seen her physically, but I see the car here coming and going. Like this whole weekend that passed, nobody was here. That car was not here.
This whole
that
week?
car just got here
Right.
at least like 2 days ago.
Mm.
Morning. Sorry to bother you.
Hmm.
Hey, we're looking for a little girl. Have you seen a 5-year-old wearing pink and purple, short fro?
Never seen her before.
No, I don't think I've seen her at all.
After these introductions, Brianna was read her Miranda rights,
shit.
though she wasn't under arrest.
Okay, so Brianna,
Bro, let me find out. Let me find out she got this other place she's staying at. Went and bought this place so she could take her daughter out, bro. Let me find out she went and got the second place so she could take her daughter out, bro. Ooh wee, bro. Ooh wee.
Like I said, we were gonna talk to a lot of
I
people.
don't
Then
mess with no
let's
kids,
just start
bro. I don't mess
from
about
the
them
very
kids,
beginning.
man.
Okay.
So my alarm,
I can't. You gotta speak a little bit louder so we can hear you.
Yeah, for real.
my alarm went off at 5:30, and I got up like around maybe like a little before 6. And then I just went on here and started getting dressed because it's just me and Taylor in the house. She gets up, you know, even if we're not going anywhere, she's like, you know, where we're going, like, okay. So I didn't even bother, you know, messing with her because I know eventually she's gonna get up and start getting dressed. And then I went over to the kitchen, and then I noticed that the back door was open. I'm like, you know, we're not open, but it was unlocked. I'm like, why is the back door unlocked? And that's when I went to her room, and she wasn't in there.
As the officers continued their interviews, one of the residents had curious information to share.
I know she's seeing it.
We left out of here about 5:30, 6 o'clock this morning. And right when they started putting up the tape and all.
That's the black male?
Yeah. He's in his about 20s or 30s, maybe late. He's been living here by himself, and this place is a mess.
Black male 20-ish.
Probably about 28. But yeah, this place is a
The officer ran a background
Remember,
check
your
on this
neighbors be
suspicious
watching.
individual who
Them
lived near
motherfuckers
the
be
house
nosy
where
as
Brianna
shit,
and
so.
Taylor just moved. As this was happening, investigators continued to gather more information from Brianna.
It was almost 7 o'clock.
Okay. So then you went into her room and you saw that.
She wasn't in her bed. I looked under, well, she got like a little baby bed, so she can't really fit underneath it, but I looked underneath it anyway.
She need a better bed than that, man. Come on.
Then I went in my room and looked underneath my bed. I know she wanted to come in my room. Like she's, I don't know, like she's very well mannered. Like she'll knock or, you know, ask to come in.
Okay.
And I checked in my bathroom. I checked my closet. She wasn't in there. So then I just started checking the cabinets. And she wasn't in there either. Like, okay, I'm gonna go outside. And I checked my car just to be, you know, be sure that, you know, I definitely didn't leave her for the car.
Okay.
So I looked underneath the car. She wasn't there either.
Note that there's no real emotion in Brianna's
That's what I'm
voice as she
saying,
talks
bro.
about looking for her child.
I'd be tripping.
Okay, and then what?
And then I called 911.
Okay.
Like, you acting like you just talking to the homie.
What time did you see her before then?
It was like around midnight.
Brianna said that Taylor put herself to bed around midnight. While this wasn't impossible,
She
the
put
late
herself
hour
to
in
bed?
Taylor's alleged independence likely struck investigators as unusual.
Exactly.
given her age. However, this was nothing.
Because you know damn well you go tell no 5-year-old, oh, it's bedtime. All hell gonna break loose. There is no way she just going up in there by herself. Talking about, okay, I'm gonna get the covers on and I'm nah, bro, you got me.
Compared to the strange
You're not
turn
fooling me.
Brianna's story took next.
Okay.
Did you check on her prior to you
No, she didn't.
going to sleep?
Nope.
Okay, so you assume that she was asleep? Okay. Did you hear any noise?
Bitch. This is why I keep, if you see me keep looking down, I'm looking at my, come on, bro. I'm looking at my son literally sleep, bro. You got me all the way, man.
Always coming from her room or anything like that?
Not from her room, but there were like, I can't even explain it. Like there were like when you're dragging something or you moving something, like, but it was coming from upstairs. And either way, like I'll just grab my gun and, you know, walk around to make sure, you know, okay, there's nobody in here.
Coming from upstairs of the house that you're in?
And there are no stairs. That's the part that I didn't understand, but it definitely sounded like it was coming from the roof.
Okay.
Did you wake up hearing this noise?
Yes. Like the little, whatever noise it was, it sounded like it changes. Like sometimes I can hear like near where I sleep. Sometimes it's like back towards the kitchen area.
Shit, you better go check if no animals up in there.
Somebody's moving something or walking.
So you said you grabbed your gun. So you have a gun?
I grabbed my gun. And
did you check the house?
Yes, I walk around the
And you didn't go look to see if your daughter was okay?
Did you go outside and check?
I didn't go.
Okay, so you just checked around the house?
Yeah.
Did you go in your daughter's room at that time and look in?
No.
Okay.
Brianna said that she didn't see anything amiss when she searched the house and that all the doors were still locked. Still, if she was alarmed enough to arm herself before walking through the house, it makes no sense that she wouldn't take a few seconds to check on her sleeping child.
Facts.
Some of the officers and residents shared a similar sentiment.
I hope
Facts,
they exhausted
bro.
the parental angle.
Swear, some people don't
You know
need to
what I'm
be parents,
Knocking
man.
on every door we can.
What kind? Okay, now that she was missing since midnight.
Yeah, purple PJs on. The back door was probably open.
What mother don't check on the child?
That's exactly.
My son and grandson stay with us, and my son is 36.
And she's
As I
still.
have it, I go right past it.
And she's still. That boy 40 years old and she still check on her son. Come on, man. I swear, some people don't need to have kids, man. Some people do not need to have children. There's some people out here they would give whatever they possibly could to have a child right now. You know, some people just don't have that ability. And look what you doing out here. Look what you guys are doing out, man. It's a blessing to be a parent. It's a damn blessing. My God, bro. This shit,
So,
bro.
if you heard the noise, why did you say you didn't go into her room?
Cause I had a gun, I didn't want to go up in there. Then, she got bars on her window, so I just
That don't mean shit.
You can't get in there.
Take your ass
You
in
said
there
you
and go
don't
look
like
to
guns
see.
around her, but are they laid out like that? So she's
Not normally. Like when she sleep, then yes, I pull them out. Cause like I said, like the place been broken into, so I sleep with my guns like right there.
Police left the
And
matter
why would you
alone
even
for the
have
time
you
being
or
and
your
switched to
daughter
a
in
different
an
topic.
environment like
Once
that?
again, though, the conversation didn't
Or you just
go
gotta be
as they
pulling
were
out
likely
shotguns and shit every
expected.
night.
What do you think happened this morning?
I don't know.
No offense, but if you're paying more than $30 per month on car insurance, you're getting ripped off.
Sure, I said.
Where do you think she's at?
I have no clue. Cause she wouldn't leave. And I don't even know, like, did they find Mr. Bear? Cause she wouldn't go anywhere without that thing.
What?
This little pink teddy bear she calls him Mr. Bear.
The Mr. Bear angle was potentially helpful, as it was something the searchers could keep a lookout for. By this point, police were likely realizing that something was seriously wrong. What that was exactly remained to be seen.
Where were you staying prior to this address?
The Southside address.
And how long did you live at the Southside address?
We were there for like a year and a half.
Okay. And why were you moving?
Because I wanted to move to a different area. Like I always do this. I did this in Virginia. Like
So you go to a worse area?
Like a year later, I moved to Virginia Beach.
That doesn't make sense to me. That does not make no sense.
So when was your lease up at the Southside address?
In May.
So your lease was up in May, but you were still living there?
Yes. It was up. It went to month because I was supposed to put in a notice. They wanted a 60-day notice, and I kept forgetting to put it in.
Brianna also said that as she was preparing to move to the house on Ivy Street, a large problem with the residents became evident.
Because I was actually like trying to prepare to move out, and I went back like around the 4th of July.
To which?
Like to the Ivy place. And that's when I saw like the back door was open and like somebody had moved the refrigerator outside. So I called the property manager because I thought maybe, he was like renovating or something. He didn't tell me. But he was like, no. So he went ahead and changed the locks.
So for 6 months, you had 2 residents.
Yes.
What 3 days ago made you need to move urgently if you were there if you had both places for 6 months?
That was the day that I actually was like able to find movers, because that was the whole issue. I was like, I didn't know which company am I going to go for. I had been asking around. It was like, just ask people from work. It's like, no, I don't want to ask people.
But you found someone from Craigslist, right?
Yes.
Which you say you do everything from Craigslist. A lot of
majority,
things. So why hadn't you done that 6 months ago?
Just never crossed my mind.
Police would come to find
It took
that
you
many
6
things
months to find
concerning
some.
the investigation didn't seem to cross her mind.
You ain't got no family. Nobody can help you.
What they would find when they searched her
Wow.
other residence too would leave them shocked.
So on Sunday, you get a hold of movers.
Yes.
Okay.
Did they take everything?
Just the big things.
Why didn't you? If you were paying them, why didn't they take everything?
Oh, because it was last minute. I was like, I hadn't packed everything. like clothes and stuff. Most of the clothes and stuff are still there.
Why would you
So what
pack
was the
if you know you
urgency?
needed to
Why
go?
couldn't you wait to find a mover once you had everything packed up and ready to go so that you can move everything in one go round?
I didn't even think about that.
We're gonna call the movers, we're gonna call your mom, and we're gonna verify some information. Okay? You know where this is gonna lead to?
No.
Okay. So, the movers, it was pretty abrupt. You needed to be out of that house that day, Sunday, according to the conversation
I ain't
that
calling
one of my
nobody
friends
for
had
no
with the
Craigslist to come
detective,
help me
with
do
the
nothing.
movers. Okay.
That's
What was
just
the
crazy
night-
within itself.
What was the urgency?
It wasn't urgent.
According
I
to
just told
movers,
them
it was,
that.
I had to be out today.
I didn't tell them that.
Okay.
Now your
All right.
story really
Nothing
getting
Brianna is
fishy
saying is making sense.
at
And
all.
it's hard to believe she would think the detective would believe her.
At
but they
all.
don't confront her yet.
Yeah, they just
Anybody
want
take
her
care of your-
to
of the
talk
5-year-old
herself
with
into
your
her
daughter?
issue.
Well, she was going to the CDC on base.
Okay.
So she kindergarten and the CDC.
When was the last time she was at CDC? I'm sorry if I'm asking you some questions.
Probably like May.
Last there in
or
May?
June, yeah.
When police checked with the daycare on base, the administration office told them that Taylor had last been there on April 27th and was officially withdrawn shortly after. They
Well, it's
also
right
shared
there,
that
May.
Taylor had previously been in speech therapy. When police checked in with the therapist's office, they likely noticed a concerning pattern. Taylor had attended regularly for 13 weeks, but then never came back. After 2 no-show appointments, she was discharged from the system at the beginning of May.
And I understand she was in Tuscaloosa?
Yeah, she was with my mom.
Okay.
Roll Tide.
Your mom, who's your mom?
Carissa.
Carissa. And how long was she in Tuscaloosa? When did she go
That
there?
was off and on. She's been there pretty much all summer actually.
So you went
I'm not
down
sure
there to
how
pick her up and brought her back here for one day?
Over the weekend.
And then
Because it's only like 7-8 hour drive. Like, I used to drive from Virginia to Alabama over a weekend, and that's 17 hours.
Okay.
So, you bring her back on the 31st. How long was that visit?
That one was since the beginning of October.
So, the full month she stayed in October with your mom, Carissa.
And prior to you dropping her down there October 1st, or the first part of October, when was the last time she was there before then?
Like the first week of September she was here.
Mm-hmm.
I think whenever the storm hit.
Would your mom be able to tell us what days when she last saw your daughter? I think we have her number, right?
Yeah.
So if we call her, she's going to say that she saw her in the month of August.
Brianna had
We
no
gonna
way
see.
to know that the police had already spoken with her mother, and they would confront her with what Carissa told them soon enough.
Okay, so when she was here with you during the weeks or weekends and you had to work, who was watching her?
Oh no, like when she was here, like those days that I'm off. So no one is watching her besides me.
So since you've gotten back on the
my mother.
31st, you have not been to work?
No,
Okay.
I'm still on leave.
You're
Well, I'm
on
on
leave.
leave until this morning.
How long have you been on leave?
It's been since October the 29th or 30th.
Man, you gonna know when you got your break.
You would take her to your mom every time?
Yes, or I just leave her there. That's why. I was like, I couldn't, the back and forth, and I didn't want anybody else watching her. Like, I don't know people here like that.
But you were going to take her to the lady you met on Craigslist today to watch her? Okay.
When searching Brianna,
You don't want just any old body watching your child, but you met some lady on Craigslist to babysit your 5-year-old daughter. Yeah.
Brianna's phone, police had come across communications between her and the woman she'd found on Craigslist to watch Taylor. When police followed up with the woman, she told them that Brianna had texted her this morning to say her services wouldn't be needed after all. This was only one of the many discrepancies police would find in Brianna's story.
Brianna, you capping.
You said your hours changed, so did you change positions or your job title or what?
No, just the hours.
What is the norm? What is it supposed to be?
Oh, I don't know the rotation.
You don't know your rotation at work?
Not the duty hour rotation.
So you don't know. You couldn't tell me right now when you were going to be on call next.
If I had my planner, I could, but not no. My planner on my phone. Put them in there.
So
I think Friday.
Bitch, you know when you going to work. What is she talking about, bro?
Standing duty was part of Brianna's job as enlisted Navy personnel. This tended to be a 12-hour shift, once or twice a week. The fact that Brianna didn't know her duty schedule, especially since she claimed she would have had to arrange childcare whenever she was scheduled, was odd. However, this paled in comparison to what police were about to reveal.
They called your mom.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't seen your daughter since January.
Yeah, she has.
Okay, why would she say that?
October.
Why would she say that? This is Carissa. This is your mom.
That's my mom.
Why would she say that?
She would not say that.
In a subsequent interview, Carissa Williams repeated what she'd told investigators that day on the phone. The implications were spine-chilling. Please note that the police department made redactions to remove Taylor's name from the recording.
So you hadn't heard from her in 2 years, hadn't talked to her?
Prior up to that, yes.
So out of the blue, in 2 years, she called you in?
No, it didn't go quite like that.
Well, tell me how it went.
You couldn't bring it in my personal business.
It's hard to imagine anything more personal than a missing grandchild,
Yeah.
but Carissa still seemed reluctant to go into detail about what she knew.
I want you to understand the severity of what you're doing.
I know.
Okay?
Yeah.
And with me wanting you to understand the severity of what's going on is, I don't care about anybody's personal life. We are going to find
Exactly.
And whatever happens, whatever gets in the way between us, we're going to deal with it.
Exactly.
That's not a threat. That's a promise.
So if you got to go to jail,
with her about telling her commanding officer anything as far as you, if he calls you that she was coming to get.
That's the part that I didn't hit. That she did. This was just last week.
Tell me about that.
Now she did call whatever day that I want to say it was Halloween. I want to say it was actually the day of Halloween.
So last Thursday, 31st.
Yes. She told me that if he called to tell him that she was down to pick me up from me for Halloween. Mind you, I haven't seen it in 2 years. So I'm thinking like, well, okay, she just met this new guy. Maybe she, took a little time out to go meet him or whatever, and she just used that lie
What the hell?
to get away. But I couldn't tell you. She said, so I'm like, where is, matter of fact, I asked her that day. I said, well, what's doing? She said, oh, she in the back seat. So I'm like, okay, but she never did put the phone and say, hey, I never did say anything.
Police followed up with the man Carissa alleged Brianna had recently started seeing, particularly since Brianna hadn't mentioned him, and in fact insisted that she didn't have a boyfriend. However, he didn't have much information to share. He was only vaguely aware that Brianna had a daughter, and assumed that the little girl had been staying with her father when he and Brianna were together. When police checked with Taylor's father, Maurice, he hadn't seen the little girl lately either. All he could tell them was that the last time he did see her, at the funeral for Brianna's grandmother, he didn't think she was being fed enough, as she was very small. He added that he had a difficult time checking up on Taylor after that, though, as Brianna changed her phone number frequently. Maurice provided investigators with a DNA sample and said he was willing to assist in any way that he could.
Be careful who y'all having kids with, for real.
Back with Brianna's mother, Carissa told police that she'd previously watched Taylor for extended periods of time, but that ended when Brianna enrolled her in daycare on the naval base. The last time she'd seen the little girl in person was also at the funeral for Brianna's grandmother. Police weren't ready to believe Carissa just yet, however, due to some interesting evidence recovered from Brianna's phone.
I can tell you it's pinging at a tower in the vicinity of this area that it's pinging off of. What's throwing us for a loop right now is if she's living in Jacksonville, why is her phone pinging out at all?
Despite this, Carissa swore that she hadn't seen Brianna or Taylor on Halloween. Police were still working on downloading the data from the GPS in Brianna's car to determine an exact route, so soon enough, they would know for sure who was telling the truth. The search of Brianna's phone turned up something else concerning, too. Police found a text message conversation in which Brianna had told a former co-worker in Virginia that Taylor had become a nightmare, as she was, according to her, stealing food and misbehaving. In Alabama, Carissa was so adamant of her innocence that she got Brianna's father, Wayne, on the phone to join the
She's
discussion
hungry.
and brainstorm what might be going on.
I don't understand why she would even lie and say that she was picked for me. Man, she lied on me. I never been in trouble a day in my life.
You gonna bring your mama into your bullshit?
She's trying to cover up something. Not sure what it is. She is lying.
She's a lying
You
bitch,
have no
bro.
idea what she's trying to cover up, though.
I have no idea what she's trying to cover up. That's the one thing I don't know.
Someone
She's
was
sick.
lying, but whether it was Brianna or Carissa was yet to be determined, as was the exact reason of why. Investigators would follow up on the Alabama lead, but as promised, also caught up with the movers Brianna had hired on Craigslist. They had nothing reassuring to say either.
They never saw your daughter. They never saw you put her in the car. They never
You
saw her at
dumbass,
the other
bro.
house.
You
They never
a
saw her.
straight dummy.
Why is that?
I didn't want them to see her.
Yeah, I.
Why not?
Because I don't know them like that.
You're
Well, I
gonna
mean,
bring
you're not
it.
introducing you to her, but how did you? Did you leave her at
You
the house
was
on
just
Southside
about to
and
bring
then
her
go
to a lady off
to Ivy
Craigslist.
without her?
The same place
They never saw her.
you hired them.
They never saw you put her in the car.
You ain't got nothing to say? Cat got your tongue?
Nothing happened.
Well, where was your daughter?
She was with me. She's always
She
with
wasn't
me.
with you.
She was.
The two movers are saying that they never saw. They heard water running, and you said that she was in there, but they never saw her.
If what the movers were saying was true, it seemed like Taylor hadn't been at either of Brianna's residences. Carissa said she hadn't seen the girl in 2 years, and the child care records on the Navy base showed
Keeping
that
the
Taylor's
baby away
attendance
from
became
her
spotty
grandma
throughout
is
the month
crazy,
of April,
bro.
and she was officially withdrawn back in May, around 6 months before she was reported missing. A new horrifying question was quickly coming to the forefront of the investigation. When was the last time anyone besides Brianna had seen Taylor? Shockingly, the little girl's mother wasn't inclined to help answer this question.
Of course
I'm
not.
done with this. I don't want to talk
No.
about it. Yes, I am done. Because you're lying to me now. So
How am I lying to you? I'm not lying
You
to
just
you.
said that my mom.
Put the cuffs on her.
I mean, not my mom.
I'm just telling you what my partner said. And I'd like to explain to you, but
I don't know where to get that from because I literally went down there.
Do you want to talk
Halloween
to
night?
Do you want to talk to the detectives I spoke with her, and then get that? Find out what the information they gave?
I'm done.
Bro, you're caught. You're caught
I don't know
up.
where this is going, but
As simple as that. Your ass is cooked,
Like, it's the second time this has happened, like,
sauteed,
some other lady was like
slow roasted,
saying
baked,
stuff that I didn't even say. Like she was twisting my words.
steamed.
Like no.
Brianna has no idea that her odd
fried,
behavior
grilled.
was quickly becoming the least of the police's concern
How else
as
can
they
you
were
even
searching her
torch,
apartment at that very
smoked?
moment.
How else
Just
you
like
can make
they'd done
food?
at Ivy Street, police
Raw.
canvassed the area
Eat
and
it raw
talked
if
to
you want
Brianna's
to.
neighbors. Disturbingly, very few of them recalled ever seeing a little girl. One man who did, named Carlos Johnson, said he found Taylor roaming the apartment complex unaccompanied back on April 17th, 2019, looking for her mother. He took her home
Damn.
only to find her wandering the parking lot again a few days later. Carlos said that Taylor didn't appear frightened or distressed, like the situation was familiar to her. He also told police that he would see her waving at him from her window at times when Brianna's car was gone, suggesting to him that the little girl was alone. If police thought this was bad, then they must have been horrified when they entered the apartment itself.
Oh, God.
From the outside, Brianna's apartment was unassuming and looked just like any of the others in the complex.
Bro.
But as soon as the door was open, it was clear that something awful had happened inside. The entryway to the apartment was filled with trash, as was the kitchen. It was so cluttered with random items and refuse that it was nearly unusable. The living room was
Dirty
not in any
asshole.
better condition, having been taken over by a heaping mountain of trash and personal belongings. It seemed no effort had been made to separate the two categories. There were children's toys and clothing included in the mess, most stained with what appeared to be feces.
Come
One of the
on,
toys in
man.
particular probably stood out to police, thanks to
Is that the
Brianna's
bear?
description. A pink stuffed animal was found in the mountain of refuse, possibly Mr. Bear. The toy
Mr.
Brianna said
Bear.
Taylor refused to go anywhere without. Police would face a heartbreaking reason why Mr. Bear was there as they searched more of the apartment. Bleach and urine remover, along with more air fresheners, were also found in the apartment. If police thought the living room and kitchen were in bad condition, they were in for a shock when they entered the master bedroom. Police had to move more trash and soiled belongings to even gain entry into the room. The carpet was encrusted with filth, which appeared to include more human waste. When they opened the closet, the situation changed from merely disgusting.
Please don't be in there, bro. Please don't be in there, bro. Do not be in there, bro.
I just want my baby home.
And that's what we're trying to do.
Well, the whole thing, because there's no way my mom would take it. She hadn't seen it since January. Like, what?
And that's why I'm asking you. Do you want to continue to talk to us about what's going on?
I do not right now. No, like this is
like she ain't even like cried or nothing like that. She just
the whereabouts of your daughter.
I don't know where she is. If
and I'm trying to get the background. Yes or no?
I've told you everything that I know. Like I don't know.
But you don't want to answer any more questions.
My mom is on her way here now. My mom is on her way here now.
Okay. Do you want to answer any?
If you want to talk to her when she gets here, you can talk to her when she gets here.
But you don't want to talk to us anymore.
I do not want to talk to her.
Okay.
I need to call my job.
Well,
you ain't got no job now.
Anything like a bathroom or water or anything like that?
I need to talk to legal. Because I was going to talk to them about the lease.
Okay. Do you need water? Do you need a bathroom or anything like that right now? If you need anything, knock on the door.
The detectives would revisit Brianna in a bit, but went to check in on other aspects of the investigation.
Look at her. I
By this
hate
time,
her.
It was no
I don't
longer
like
just
her,
the
bro.
Jacksonville police involved in the search. They'd been joined by the Jacksonville Sheriff's Department, the Alabama Bureau of Investigation, FBI, and even the Naval Criminal Investigation Service, or NCIS. Additionally, the neighborhood canvass around Ivy Street continued the whole time Brianna was at the police station. Just before 10:30 p.m., officers in the area ran into a surprise visitor.
What's your relation? My father. Takes with them. Okay. All right. Give me 1 second. It's short. And the sergeant really, we don't have much to say right now. If you want, you can go down that way. Okay. Towards the command post and, let them know your relation. But they don't have any information. Lives in Kenton where she is.
Back at the police department, Brianna was still in the interrogation room. If she was worried about her daughter or even concerned about what police might find when searching her apartment, she did a fantastic job of hiding it. She was left waiting but found a few ways to help pass the time, including fixing her nails, redoing her hair, and going to sleep. 4 more hours went by.
This is somebody
during
who's
which
concerned
Brianna
about
again
their daughter?
attempted to get some sleep in the interrogation room.
That shit's crazy.
Why am I still in here?
I'll get some answers for you. You're just gonna have to need your patience for now. We're all kind of sitting around.
And your hair
working
do
diligently.
trash.
We're not really sitting
Straight
around.
up.
I'll get some answers for you. Okay.
I don't like her one bit.
Yes, I do believe so.
She is the worst of
Just
the
be patient
worst.
with us, please.
Unluckily, when a fresh set of detectives came in, it seemed 8 hours of timeout hadn't made Brianna any more cooperative.
Damn, they had her in there 8 hours. It's crazy.
Detective Deborah, a couple things we need to go over with you real quick. You're gonna be free to go. However, you're not gonna be able to go back to Ivy Street or Southside tonight, and we still have your phone. So who do you need to contact, or can we take you somewhere? Or
What you mean you free to go, but you
Where
can't
you
go
are?
back to these two
What's the
places
best
and we
option
got
for you?
your phone?
I can get a room, but my wallet is at Ivy.
Brianna never came up with any options of her own, so
Why
the
would your
police called her
wallet be
command,
all-
who sent a
Bro,
petty
this
officer
girl
from
is
the
stupid.
base to come pick her up. Notably, over a total of more than 11 hours spent at the police station, Brianna never once asked for an update on the search
Yeah.
for her daughter.
Right.
When Brianna's mother, Carissa, heard about her daughter's lack of cooperation, she was perplexed.
Why wouldn't she want to talk when her is missing?
You know her better than I do.
Because
I've
some of
never
the
seen
things, a lot of, well, I can't even say some of the things, a lot of the things just not adding up to me.
We can agree on that.
Investigators also asked Carissa some questions about Brianna's personality in general to see if it would help make sense of her odd behavior.
How is she? Is she like an emotional person? Your
Do
mom
she
raised-
shut down if she feel like it's getting too much?
No, I'm just saying if something traumatic happened, is she one that's going to show emotions? Use an example. Your mama's funeral. How was she doing that?
Well, she didn't cry.
No, she didn't cry.
No.
Brianna was reportedly very close to her maternal grandmother, who had raised Brianna for a large portion of her childhood.
Bro, your grandmama
The fact that
crazy.
Brianna
Your
did not
mama,
express
yeah,
grief
your
at the
grandmama
time of her
raised you
death
and you ain't
may
shed
have
a
stood
tear.
out to police as eerily similar to her behavior in the
Man, something out of
interrogation
my
room.
grandma. Man,
Investigators
oh,
also
good.
learned that
Man, me
Brianna
knock
was
on
known to
wood.
visit her grandmother's
Bro, I'll
gravesite
pass
in
out.
Alabama regularly.
I'll pass
So
out the way I be
regularly, in
tripping.
fact, that more than one friend suggested the police search that area for Taylor too. And that's exactly what they did. Over the next week, the search expanded from
How they
Jacksonville,
know?
Florida to the area surrounding Linden, Alabama. Before Carissa's interview concluded, police had one last question for her, probably the hardest one yet.
If she did something by accident, would she tell you?
I'm not sure. That's why I wanted to talk to you.
The investigation continued on for the rest of the week. The mounting evidence police collected was far from reassuring. None of it, however, led them to Taylor. Growing desperate, police decided to try talking to Brianna a different way. Since Brianna's father, Wayne, had been cooperative so far, detectives asked them to make a controlled call to Brianna to see if he could learn anything. It didn't go well.
Yeah, I've been thinking, and I was wondering, is there anything you can do? Anything you remember? That anybody look wrong or anything? You know somebody that might have?
Everything I know.
They know everything with your phone?
I mean, even other than that, but they know everything I know.
Okay. What's in your phone? Sometimes, like, what would help us?
He sound like he mic'd up.
Like, what we need to find. You know what I'm saying? If you tell me that, I can call them. See what I'm saying? I still got to check the number down and check the gate number. I can call him and tell him what to look for in your phone.
How am I supposed to know what to look for on my phone?
Yeah, but I thought.
Hey, I don't want to talk about this right now. I'm trying to go to sleep. Like, I don't know what else to tell y'all. Y'all keep calling me and asking.
What you mean you don't want to talk about this? You trying to go to sleep? Bitch, your
Brianna's
daughter is
annoyance raises
missing.
a host of red flags. What she did next, though, stood out the most.
You said everything's in your phone, but what else can it do to find?
Look, I don't know.
Yeah, but shut up on me.
Wow.
I can't believe she hung up on me.
Police had better luck when they recruited two of Brianna's closest friends, Chelsea and Dorielle, to also try and make a controlled call.
Hey.
How you doing?
Okay.
You just been resting today?
Yeah, I'm going to well. Go by the water.
Chief said anything to you today?
No. He called and asked if I needed something from the commissary, but that was it.
You ain't talked to your dad in the today?
No. Yeah? No.
Did he go back?
Yeah.
Is your mama gonna come down
I have no clue.
there? You're so quiet. You miss us already?
No.
You don't miss us?
That messed up, bro.
Just because you mad. I'm such a damn man.
You get laugh right now?
Anything been on your mind today? You had anything on your mind today?
No.
With Taylor's disappearance so fresh in everyone's minds, there had to be a reason that the case wasn't weighing on Brianna. As was becoming typical, she didn't seem inclined to share what that reason was.
Like, ain't no, like, coverage on Taylor no more. Like, everything been kind of, like, died down. Like, we, like, super kind of nervous that they just count them in the, like people done forgot. Like, basically, they just, like, they moving on in the world. And
what? They just gonna forget her?
We need you to say something because, like, that's the only thing I feel like that'll bring, like, some light back to her story. Some.
Well, we really just want to know just what's going on. We still, like, you know, we're going to be there for you. We want to
Not me.
be there to want to know what's going on.
Not me.
For that closure.
I'm not being there for her.
I don't even know what's going on.
You ain't heard nothing?
No, like, nobody talks to me. Like, the only time somebody call for me is, like, oh, what y'all doing? I'm doing, I don't know. I'm pretty sure my chief is doing it to make sure I didn't off myself. Because he calls, like, very randomly. People coming knocking on the door, like, oh, you're not who I'm looking for. Bro, you know what room this is. Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Especially you're the CDO, too. Like, you're the, you know, the duty person.
Yeah.
She's just going.
Don't act
She's
like,
just
you know,
going on about her day in her life
Time would
like
soon
it's all
reveal that the
good.
Navy command had been more on top of things than anyone could have imagined.
Yeah, for
Brianna's
real.
co-workers weren't the only ones who'd been attempting to check up on her.
Did your mama come down there? Because she had told us that, well, she had told your daddy that she was coming down yesterday.
She been coming since Wednesday.
I was about to say she's been coming there since the day that it happened.
But like she just
Like I've given up on her. Like I don't know what the hell going on with my mom.
Like you gave up on your child?
Need to ask her, like,
Punk
why
asshole.
y'all story is different. Like, why you saying that if she, you know, she really was here?
Mm.
Why, like, what that's about? You need to ask her that.
Good, you think I'm gonna get her true after all this?
I don't know, but you don't want to at least want to know why she's saying that?
Like, why? What is her reasoning?
I mean, I do, but do y'all really believe she's gonna tell the truth? She hasn't told the truth yet.
I don't know what her reasoning is for this, to keep the lie going for so long. Cause
I mean, it's too late now. She can't backtrack.
Chelsea and Doriel then asked Brianna about the possibility of there being evidence in the apartment she left when she moved to the house on Ivy Street.
Do you think it's something maybe in the old apartment that they'll find that'll help? Like,
no.
Because
if they did, they would have found her. Remember, they done closed out both of them. They've been closed out for 3 days, 4 days, almost a week.
Police had, in fact, found shocking evidence in Brianna's apartment.
What they found?
Specifically, the bedroom closet. Brianna had to have guessed what they'd found, but still chose to remain silent on the matter.
So, Brianna, you hadn't thought about, like, her just being out there by herself? You know she's scared of everything. Like, that, you don't think about that?
Girl, I don't want to think about that right now.
I mean, well, I've been thinking about it.
Okay, then don't think about that.
It's cold. That's kind of why I think I can't sleep knowing that it's, and you know how innocent she was. Like, she really cling to the people she know. I think that's why it's eating me up so much.
Hauntingly, Brianna's only response was silence.
if he think it's a good idea, would you be okay talking to detectives again?
Yes.
Yeah. The same ones, or you want some new ones?
Oh, hell no, not that lady.
Okay, bruh, that's what I was gonna ask you, man.
I'm talking to that lady.
Based on Brianna's lack of cooperation and some other concerning evidence that would be addressed soon, police decided to place her under round-the-clock surveillance. It didn't take long for this to pay off. Early on November 11th, just 5 days after Taylor went missing, Brianna was seen donating some of Taylor's belongings. This included stuffed animals, clothes,
this
and even
bitch
some
is
unopened
sick.
packages of toys. Around the same time, the efforts of all the officers digging through countless heaps of trash finally paid off. They stumbled upon a box addressed to Brianna, along with certificates from the Navy with her name on them. This wasn't what they were most interested in, however. Also in the trash were several notes from the daycare center on the Navy base, requesting a change of clothes and a toothbrush for Taylor. In the trash, police also found several art projects, which police assumed had been made by Taylor. One of the projects was a handmade card from Taylor to her mother. Why Brianna didn't want these items, especially when her daughter was missing, was a mystery. There was also still the issue of what was discovered in the closet in Brianna's apartment. To say it was disturbing would be a massive understatement. One of the first things investigators noticed was a foul odor emanating from the space. It was impossible to say if this was a result of more feces found inside, or the mysterious stains covering the walls and carpets. It seems a minor effort had been made to control the smell by sprinkling baking soda on the rug. Police took multiple DNA swabs from the inside of the closet, collecting samples from the walls, floors, and each stain. It would take time to receive DNA results, so they also conducted a field test to determine if any of the stains were human blood. Dismayingly, while the swabs didn't immediately indicate blood, many of the stains on the walls reacted when sprayed with luminol. Fearing the worst, police opted to have a cadaver dog brought to the apartment. However, the smell of feces and trash was so overwhelming that the dog was unable to effectively alert. Police resorted to ripping out the carpet from the closet and taking it outside. In the fresh air, the dog was much more effective and alerted on the carpet right away, indicating that at least some of the stains came from human remains. This wasn't the only area that got a response. When cadaver dogs were brought to Brianna's car, they alerted in no less than 3 areas: the driver's seat, the rear seats, and trunk. When police took a closer look at the trunk of the car, they noticed that there was an unknown whitish residue on the interior. They also found a broken fingernail and an air freshener jammed into the trunk lid. which likely came from the package found in the Ivy Street house. The vehicle had a pervasive scent of cleaning chemicals. Despite the car wash, they also located some reddish dirt on the underside of the vehicle that matched the soil on the dirt road in Alabama.
Bro,
There was now
they gonna
no
catch
way
your
to deny
ass,
it.
bro.
This was no longer a missing
This-
persons
oh
case,
my
but rather
gosh.
an investigation into a death. Brianna's mother had feared this outcome all along.
Bro, they testing the soil, bro. They gonna get your ass.
To be
You
honest,
gotta be you.
flip the switch.
Don't commit crimes, y'all. For real, for real.
I never will.
Were you aware of it though? Whether you witnessed it or not?
Mhm.
Were you aware of it? Of her having ten problem, even though you're saying you haven't witnessed it, are you aware that she has one? What make you think she does?
So I would say just speaking with her dad. He just told me. No, he just said, she gets angry at like the simple things. He just asked her to tell his girlfriend thank you, and she got so mad that she just blocked him on all social media and she completely stopped talking.
Police plan to place Brianna under arrest on November 12th, following a final gruesome discovery. The charges she faced at this time were child neglect and providing false information to law enforcement officials. Her chief was sent to pick her up on base and bring her to the police station for booking. However, no matter what he may have expected, what happens next is so shocking, it must have shaken him to the core.
I hate watching bad news. Stuff like that on the news, and I hate going back and forth with it, but everything's going on. But now they're saying that you're a person of interest.
Bro, look at her eyes, dude. She ain't got no soul, bro. Look at them eyes, bro.
Open it up. Oh shit, you alright? Should I have some napkins or something? You okay?
Yeah. They on to you, bitch. They on to your ass.
I don't know why they were saying that.
Let me get my chat right. Let me make sure it's working.
Let's take a sip.
There we go. Bitch, ain't nothing wrong with you. You killed your daughter. What the hell? And then acting like shit's sweet out here. Talking about, I don't want to talk about it. Like, what? They ain't even show no remorse for what you did to that little girl. No remorse. They ain't let your mom, ain't let her see her grandma for 2 years. Barely see her dad. Damn. I don't know how the dad is in her life, but
obvious
shit.
that something was wrong with Brianna, but the chief could not have possibly predicted how dire the situation was about to become.
I don't know why. I don't know why exactly they would say something like that.
Bitch, you're going to jail. No, you're going to prison. You're cooked. You're done. Dunzo. Bitch about to pass out.
You need to go back to your room and lay down and everything.
I said, if you throw up in my, don't throw up in my whip.
Say it. Hey, you gotta say something. Say something.
That reality setting in. She said, damn, they on to me.
What? Are you okay?
Hell no, she finna pass out. Her whole life is flashing before her eyes right now. She finna pass out. Thinking about that cell. She thinking about that cell.
You want me to take another?
There was only so long the chief could wait for a coherent answer before he decided he needed to take action, and it wasn't a moment too soon, because what was coming would likely stay with him for the rest of his career, if not his life.
Damn, what happened?
Take it to the ER. All right. No, Williams, talk to me, Williams, talk to me.
Just minutes later, as the pair were en route to the hospital, the worst happened.
Faint pulse.
What the hell? She ain't about to croak, is she? Oh.
No. Oh my God.
Hell no. Bro, he's sick right now. Damn, bro. Hold on, man. I ain't gonna see that, bro. I ain't gonna go.
Come on. You ain't going on me like that. Come on. Stop.
The chief arrived at the Navy base emergency room just moments after Brianna's massive seizure, and she was still deemed to be in critical condition. There was only so much the doctors could do without knowing what was wrong with her. Brianna slipped into a coma and was placed on life support.
Damn.
Her condition was determined to be unstable. While Brianna's fate was up in the air, elsewhere other questions pertaining to the investigation were finally being answered. Police finished downloading the GPS data from Brianna's car. It confirmed what they suspected based on her phone records, showing that she had made 3 back-and-forth trips to the Linden, Alabama area between October 31st and the very early hours of November 3rd. Police retrieved video of Brianna getting gas along the route she took, though it was impossible to tell if Taylor was in the car with her due to the vehicle's tinted windows. They also found evidence that Brianna had stopped at a car wash on November 4th. Security footage from the business didn't show anyone else in the car with her. Most significantly, the GPS proved that Brianna's mother, Carissa, had been telling the truth. The GPS showed that while Brianna had gotten close to her mother's residence, she had not driven there. It also showed that on her final trip to Alabama, she'd spent almost 20 minutes on an out-of-the-way dirt road and wasn't far from the cemetery where Brianna's grandmother was buried. Obviously, police wanted to know why and assembled a search team consisting of police, medical professionals, and dogs to go and search just outside Linden, Alabama for themselves. The area was divided into quadrants to be excavated and sifted through. While a cadaver dog searched the area, it didn't take long for the investigators to uncover some tragic results. Partially buried in a shallow grave, police found a trash bag wrapped in a shower curtain containing a children's t-shirt covered in decomposition stains. But it was about to get worse. Just yards away, the first bones and bone fragments were found. Most of the skull was found a short distance away, along with a clump of human hair that might have been Taylor's. The remains had been scattered and seriously damaged by animal activity. As a result, police were only able to recover a small portion of what they suspected to be Taylor's body. However, they would have to wait on DNA testing to prove it, since the remains were almost completely skeletal. Police were pretty sure about how the body came to be in Alabama, but the only person who could confirm their theory was Brianna, and she remained in critical condition. A search of Brianna's quarters on the Navy base led investigators to believe that Brianna had ingested laundry detergent. Once they knew what they were treating her for, doctors were able to more effectively intervene and saved Brianna's life.
Oh, she was trying to take herself.
Discharged from the hospital, she was brought back to the police station and given one more chance to tell her side of the story.
Do you drink coffee or anything? You want coffee?
Look at you now. You went from on in the Navy to look at you. Jumpsuit now. Dumbass.
Just like before, Brianna quickly made herself as comfortable as possible and appeared to try to go to sleep. This time, though, she only had to wait about 20 minutes before detectives came in to talk with her.
Wake your ass up.
Brianna?
You ain't asleep. Get your ass up.
I need you to sit up and I'm going to go over some paperwork again, okay? Then I'm going to go over the rest of your rights with you, okay? And I want you to just acknowledge that you understand. You do not have to make a statement or say anything. You understand that? I'm going to need a yes or a no, okay? Is that a yes? Okay.
The detectives advised Brianna of the rest of her rights once again.
Hey Brianna, did the nurse assist you with your throat issue that you were telling me about at the hospital?
A little bit. Does it feel better today? Not complete. Are you normally just quiet all the time, just real low key, don't do a lot of talking? I am too. I'm kind of shy. Can you tell? Can you tell?
Can't you tell?
First, we need to have a good conversation, so I'm going to need you to sit up from that thing over there and stop leaning on that wall and talk to me, okay? Look at me when I'm talking. We've had an investigation going on for a while. Our investigation has led us to some things in Alabama, okay? And what we need to do today with you is we need to talk about what's going on out there. Now, where in Alabama are you from?
Hello?
Are you from Alabama? Is that a yes? You gotta say yes or no to me, okay? I can't have head dialogues and we can't have misunderstanding. Are you from Alabama?
I don't want to talk.
You don't want to talk? Okay. You're tired? You don't want to talk?
Bitch.
So you don't want to talk to the police at all? Okay.
With that anticlimactic end to the interview, Brianna followed her pattern of behavior throughout the case and went back to sleep. Ultimately, police didn't need Brianna's cooperation in order to answer their remaining questions.
She's the
4 days
worst.
after this failed attempt to
The
speak with
worst
Brianna,
of
on
the
November
worst.
25th, DNA testing proved the remains found in the Alabama woods
Damn,
belonged to Taylor. As a result, Brianna was now facing charges of murder. Due to the poor condition of the remains and the fact that the searchers were only able to recover about 10% of Taylor's skeleton, it was
Jeez.
impossible to determine a cause of death. However, analysis of her tooth enamel and skull showed evidence of serious malnutrition. They also couldn't provide an exact time of death and were only able to say that the little girl had passed anywhere from several weeks to several months ago, between May and November 2019. Given that the rate of decomposition is dependent on the size of the human and environmental factors, decomposition can start as early as 24 hours after death or as late as 72 hours after death. In conditions where the body isn't exposed to the sun and is in a climate-controlled environment, it would take at least 4 weeks for the body to begin to skeletonize. In this particular case, Taylor was a small, malnourished child and covered with a plastic shower curtain. This would slow down the rate of decomposition by locking in moisture and protecting the remains from bugs and direct sunlight. The issue of knowing the rate of decomposition in this case is the variable of animal activity, which could expose the remains to the elements at different rates. If her remains had no indication of animal activity, were wrapped in plastic and placed in the shallow grave shortly after time of death, it could take over 30 days to begin to see skeletonization. It's a very real possibility that the little girl starved to death, locked in a closet by her mother and left to waste away in filth. The reason for the stains on the closet walls would remain a mystery, though, without a determined cause of death. In September 2022, Brianna pled guilty to second-degree murder. Though her attorney repeatedly requested she face a reduced sentence due to her exemplary military record, she was sentenced to life in prison.
I don't give a shit what you were doing. Get her the hell out of here.
Daughter back. At least justice
Lock
for the
her
innocent
up.
little
Lock her
girl
in.
was served.
What's the shit called? What's that shit called? Lock her in the hole. Throw the key away. She's the worst of the worst, bro. Brianna's a piece of shit. Man, that just upset my night, bro. But I'm gonna get up out of here, bro. I'm out of here, man. Don't be like Brianna. Watch who you have kids with. And take care of your kids, man. Protect your kids, man. They innocent, man. They so innocent and young out here, bro. Protect your kids, man. Man, I'm gonna catch you on the next stream, man.